Welcome to Emotionally Evicted. We're your hosts, Mandy and Tami, sisters, survivors, and women who are reclaiming our lives one unapologetic story at a time. We're not therapists, just two women who've been through it, healed it, and aren't afraid to talk about it. This show is our eviction notice to chaos, codependency, and generational dysfunction, and your permission slip to reclaim peace, power, and your damn self.
This podcast is brought to you by Illumina Ops Solutions. We specialize in streamlining your systems, scaling your business, and getting you the hell out of the weeds. Because growth shouldn't feel this hard, and we've got the solutions you never saw coming. Visit illuminaops.com to start reclaiming your brilliance.
Welcome back to another episode of Emotionally Evicted. Tami,
Yes.
what do we got?
Today, we are going to talk about dating men for their potential. Yeah. So, I do have a theory particular to us, however, about this. So, I know a lot of people, given our upbringing, growing up with an alcoholic and drug addict father, that, a lot of people will kind of look at dating history and say, well, you're just trying to date them to fix them. That has never
Yeah.
resonated with me because I've never looked at a man and been like, I want to fix you. Like,
Right.
no.
I want you to fix yourself.
Yeah, like get your shit together and then, come back to me. So, my theory that I've come up with is because you and I are definitely ambitious, driven women. Like, we know what we want, we're going after it. Okay?
Yeah.
So, these men come to us and want to date us, and I feel like they see all that ambition and drive in us. And then they're like, yeah, I want to do X, Y, and Z and blah, blah, blah. And we're like, don't talk about it. Let's be about it. And we're like trying to like help them reach their goals and like foster that drive in them. And I really feel like we're not dating them for their potential or like trying to fix them. We continue dating them. That is the key. We continue dating them because we've wanted someone to foster that drive and ambition in us and have never had that because women treat men how they want to be treated.
This is true.
We, want someone to pour into us and they just don't. And then we just like continue like, well, they said that they want to do whatever with their life, become an astronaut. And I know that that's possible because we did it. Like we literally
Right.
came from nothing and like did the damn thing. So we know it's possible. And so I think it's like a double-edged sword of being so driven and ambitious. We know that it's possible. We're not those people that just sit around, talking shit and then we never do anything about it. Like we do it. We have a goal. Like we've always said, like there's nothing we have not put our mind to that we have not been successful at. So we know
That's
it's
true.
possible. And we tried to foster that in these men and it just comes back and bites us in the ass. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. What do you think?
I think that's a very good theory because I agree. The wanting to fix them never, I was like, no, that
Yeah,
just
I've never
not
looked
really.
at like a homeless man and been like, let me take you home and like,
Right.
no.
But being somebody's cheerleader,
Yes.
I definitely resonate with because, yeah, like having a cheerleader for myself. Yes, you can do it. I believe in all your dreams, yada, yada. Yeah. Yeah. I would love to have that. So I think my thing is, I think if I continue to be this amazing cheerleader, then they're going to want to be my cheerleader. And it's like, I just keep telling myself, the more you do it, the more you do it, it'll come back to you. No, it doesn't. It doesn't come back. Like they just soak it all in because they're selfish motherfuckers and they just suck it all in and just, yeah, they just love it. Feeds
Yeah.
their ego. Yes, I got this amazing woman. She's my cheerleader. She thinks I can do anything. Meanwhile, I ain't doing shit.
Yeah. Well, that segues into like something I saw on Facebook the other day where it's like when a woman does something nice for a man, he doesn't think, oh my God, she's so amazing that she did that for me. No, that motherfucker's thinking, oh my God, I must be so amazing because she did X, Y, and Z for me.
That's true.
And the woman in the reel was like, you have to flip that. So, like, anytime he does something for you, like gets you flowers or does something really nice for you, you can't sit there and think, oh my God, he's such a great guy. Cause we like
Oh yeah.
are really guilty of that. Oh my God, he did this or he did that. He's such a great guy. No, I am so amazing because he did that for me. And that's like a really hard um concept to ingrain in our brains.
Yeah.
And especially like when it comes to being a driven and ambitious woman, wanting to cheerlead people, especially coming from, and I feel like a lot of women resonate with this because I know like when people hear like we came from this drug addiction, alcoholism upbringing, like I feel like, and I'm very guilty of this, like your brain automatically goes to like the movie setting of like this run down ass fucking trailer park, no running water, electricity. Like
Right.
it was not like that. Like we were definitely middle class, upper middle class sometimes. I mean, like we
Yeah.
had a great life. Like we had all the things like, yeah, it was not like the movies.
Right.
However, there was all that emotional background noise going on that has clearly affected us in our dating and our careers. And I feel like we both took that. Like, I can remember being 16 years old and the moment I'm standing there and I'm like, this is not the fucking life for me. Like, I am not doing this. And from
Hmm.
there on, I just like have really pushed myself. And so I think a lot of women who have had maybe some kind of not the white picket fence upbringing and are very driven and ambitious can resonate with this because we do attract these men that I feel see that in us.
Oh yeah.
And instead of being like appreciative and pouring back into us like we do to them,
Yes.
they just suck the soul out of
Oh yeah.
us.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like if more men really understood the concept of, and I feel like this has had a negative connotation, the happy wife, happy life.
Mm.
So my other theory with this is I feel like more men need to take on that concept because women, most women, are naturally nurturers and
Yeah.
we pour into the people we love.
Yeah.
So no matter what, you're going to get back tenfold whatever you put into us.
That's
But
true.
instead of like pouring into us and then like a repeating recycle of, oh, if I pour in my woman and really push her to be driven and ambitious in her goals and making her happy, I'm going to get back like the world basically. And then it's just a continuous cycle. No, they just are like a succubus that drains everything from your soul and your bank account and your whole life. Like we were just talking before we got on here about the reels on Facebook of like the before and after of these women coming out of relationships and like the glow up. And I mean, these women look like they have been through war because these
Yeah.
men have just like drained everything out of them. Like it's so sad. And I don't know how to fix that in us because I know we are just naturally, we just pour into the people we love and we do need to be more selfish. And like, I am amazing. I am this amazing person that everybody just needs to bow down to. But it's a really hard, like so hard.
Yes. I think part of it too, and we've talked about this before, is we very much live by the golden rule
Yes.
because it was brought up or, taught to us growing up, treat others how you want to be treated. And like, that's literally how I live my life. Like, I don't go around treating people like shit because I don't want to be treated like shit. So,
Right.
and it's hard to realize that the majority of people do not live by the golden rule. So, and
No.
I still think we could be like have that kind of selfish mentality because I mean, we are awesome. We are amazing. We deserve everything. It's just, and I don't think that having that mentality will make the golden rule go away. I just
Finding
maybe,
the balance of it because there are some women and men, well, we already know men, but there are some women who like take it to a total extreme. Like
right,
they want to be treated like the queen and they want these men to like give them all these things without, I mean, they are literally just taking advantage. So totally recognize that there is like a total spectrum to this.
right.
We are specifically talking about the women who are just living their damn life. All they're looking for is a partner that matches their energy
Hmm.
and wants to be like have this great, amazing, successful life. However you define your success. I definitely do not feel like everybody is out there to be a CEO. I fully support everything. Like it takes all everyone to make the world go round,
Oh, yeah.
all jobs and all that. So however you define success, like you should definitely be fostering that in your partner. And yeah, it's it's really hard. Like, how do you find that or make that happen? Just being selfish, I guess. Like, that's what I've like kind of come to realize, like in some of the research I've done is just like I just need to be more selfish, like stop thinking about others, like trying to make myself small, like yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So going back to the potential piece,
Mhm.
my problem is that I will continue to hold on to somebody because I can see their potential and I can see how great they can be. And meanwhile, all along, they're like, yeah, that sounds great, but not what they actually want. They're, all talk, no progress. And so it's like eventually I just wear myself out because I keep
Mhm.
pouring into this person, trying to show them, build them up, show them how great they can be. And meanwhile, they're like, yeah, great. Yeah, this feels great. Like, yeah, give it to me. And they don't they don't want to go any further.
No.
And that's I think a big piece is just recognizing when somebody talks about being great and actually wants to be great, and when they talk about being great, but they're perfectly fine being where they are, which is it's fine. If you can have dreams, but be totally fine with where you're at. No
Yeah.
judgment. Great. Good for you. But I just hear somebody wanting to be better, and I'm like, "I could be your cheerleader.
Mhm. Yeah.
Let me just show
100%.
you how great you can be."
Yeah. And I think that's like, I don't know if you're trying to allude to like the cost sunk theory, where it's like you get to a point where you've put so much, in this case, it's not money, but effort, time, all the things, and you don't want to, you're like, oh, I've already put all this investment
Mhm.
into this person. I don't want to leave now,
Right.
but you end up losing more in the end. And I guess
Yeah.
when we start dating somebody, taking a breath, taking a step back, like and really paying attention to the actions, not the words. I don't know, maybe just putting a piece of duct tape over their mouth for like the first 6 months and like seeing how their actions align
Right.
versus the bullshit coming out of their face. Um, yeah, I don't know. I guess, yeah, I really feel like just stepping back and like seeing how their actions align. Like, are
Yeah.
they putting in effort?
Are they their own cheerleader?
Yeah, 100%.
We shouldn't be trying to out cheerlead them.
True. Very true.
So, I mean, no, like, we are our biggest advocates. You and I, meaning, are our best cheerleaders, and we're cheerleaders for each other. Like, I don't think anybody could outdo us because we just know what we want and we're going after it. But having somebody who wants to cheerlead along with us would be great. So I think recognizing, like, if somebody's talking about being more, are they also being their own advocate, their own cheerleader
Yeah,
for that? Because if they're not, then why are we?
100%. Yeah, because, yeah, when you're in a partnership, it's not about finding someone to complete you. Like, I fucking hate that shit. I want someone to compliment me and, like I said, match my energy. So, like, both people need to be their own cheerleaders, driving their own dreams and ambitions, but also pouring into each other. And like you said, I would love that. I would love to find someone who's like, yeah, go after it. Get the damn thing, like, do it.
Yeah.
Never had that. I've only had people who are like, "Oh, you wanna go get your master's? Well, let me make it as hard as fucking possible for you." Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's, like, irritating, and I'm, like, mad at myself because I see, like, these people that I've tried to pour into while I have successfully launched my career and degrees and everything. But damn, how much further would I have been if I would have had someone who matched my energy and poured
Yeah.
into me? And I really like want women to stop and think and take a breath when they start dating these men and just really look at the actions because it is your life. It is like all things in your life that it affects, not just the relationship itself, it's your career, your emotional state, like how you treat others, like just your energy. And I really wish I would have been more self aware when I was younger to see that and not listen to the bullshit that they're feeding me and just been like, you're full of shit. Like, I'm not buying.
Right. We just end up letting our nurturer, caretaker mode activate rather than being like, sis, hold on.
Yeah.
Just hang on a minute. Let's see how this actually pans out.
Yeah. It sucks. And it's really sad because I know we are not the only women who see that. And it's also hard because for outsiders looking in at your relationship, because I remember there were times where I'm like, I just can't do this. Like, this guy is like so fucking full of shit. But there's people on the outside who are like, yeah, but he wants to do blah, blah, blah. And he's like this good guy and everything. But I'm like, yeah, but he's not good for me. And they like
Right.
don't understand that. And of course that's like a whole other podcast, like the narcissist who is like
Right.
good to everybody else but you.
Right.
Yeah, that's definitely another episode.
Not in a future episode.
Yeah. But, you know, when you don't feel like you have that support and understanding, especially as like such a driven, ambitious woman, like, yeah, people just don't get it. They do not understand. And I feel like now more women are really waking up, maybe. I don't know if that's how I want to word it, but to like really being more self-aware and looking at their own life and goals and dreams and like looking at these men like, do you actually align with what I want
Yeah.
and where I want to be in life? You know,
Yeah.
I guess that's why I saw something on Facebook the other day. It was like, this isn't a male loneliness epidemic. It's um what is it? The shit. I'm like totally drawing a blank right now. Uh when a species gets cut out because it can't cut the mustard.
Extinct? Extinct?
They're making themselves extinct because they like survival of the fittest. That's what I was trying to think of.
Uh,
Survival of the fittest.
Same difference.
Yeah. You can't cut the mustard, survival of the fittest, you know, whatever. I have all kinds of crazy things, but yeah, like
Well, it just occurred to me though. You have to think, for how long was it? And I kind of remember this from our childhood of seeing this like on TV or whatever. It was the woman's job to just be at home and be the caretaker and be the mom and baking the cookies and shit. And the man had the career. So it's like, I think men somehow still have that in their DNA that the woman's going to be like, oh, Mr. Career and at home. And now women are like, fuck that. I'm going
mm,
to do my own thing. And I think in men's DNA, they just have not comprehended that this is, not 1940 anymore. Like women are doing their own thing.
right. Well, this goes into like probably a whole other episode we could do about the patriarchy, which I've never been like a feminist, like ripping off my bra and while it's on
Well,
fire, you know? Um,
I mean, we support women's rights, like, but
yes,
we're not like,
yeah. But I've really been doing more like research and looking into everything, and I'm like, we were really set up to fail in a lot of
Mhm.
ways because, you know, you talk about, you know, it wasn't that long ago women were like, you know, at home, the homemaker at home full time with the kids. I mean, I don't know the exact year, but I know it wasn't until like the 70s that women can even have their own bank account. And I'm pretty
Right.
sure, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't even until like the 80s they couldn't even own their own home.
Mm,
So, I mean, you think about like though that generation is still alive and their values and all that is still being fed into society. So we
that's
haven't
true.
completely flushed that out yet.
That's true.
Um so yeah, I mean it wasn't that long ago that women were stuck at home having to take care of the house and all the things and you know, probably by the time all that was available for them to be able to leave, I mean, they were
Yeah.
already there, so why leave?
Yeah.
And then you have our generation, which I feel is like the first generation that, yeah, we kind of followed in those footsteps of finding your person when you're very young, marrying them, having the kids,
Hmm.
and living that life. But we're also, I feel like millennials are really like
We
the
got a
generation
lot going.
that's woke up to a lot,
Yeah.
because I can see in my own daughter now, I'll do or say something. She's like, why are you doing that? Why are you saying that? Like, that's stupid. Like, I'm like, you're right. Why would I do that? Like, so I know like we are breaking generational curses. And I feel like as a generation, that is definitely happening because there's so many of these Gen Zs. And I love Gen Z like so much because they're just like, fuck corporate America, fuck the patriarchy. Like, we are not here for none of this. And a lot of the girls, they're like, why would I get married and have a partner when I have to do all of the work, still
Hmm.
pay for half the bills, take care of the kids? Like, no, thank you. Like, so I don't know if the human race is going to be extinct in like a couple hundred years, but I'm just saying, like, men need to get it together because
Right.
women are definitely waking up, going against the patriarchy because that's what it is. Like, all that was not women not being able to get a bank account, women not being able to have a mortgage, women not being able to do anything for all the longest time. That wasn't put in place by women.
Right.
Okay. Like, we did not do that to ourselves. So, yeah, I feel like we are in the right direction and I feel great about it.
Yeah.
I just know, like, for women today, right now, we have to figure out a way to sift through what is out
Sift.
there with a case, like a dumpster fire, um, and
Yes.
find the ones that match our energy. And it's just like being more self aware, really looking at yourself, and I guess taking a step back and questioning everything.
Yes. And we don't think that you have to have a person.
Mm,
Like, obviously nobody wants to be alone forever. Like, that's not the vibe. But if you're gonna go search for a person, be be aware. But at the same time, I feel like because it is such a dumpster fire, it's like if you're struggling or it's exhausting to you, then fuck it. Then don't. Be your own cheerleader. Be by yourself. Be in our community. I mean, we're all women supporting other women and we want to be each other's cheerleaders, and then you can just feed off of that and go from there. And a man is either going to get his head out of his ass and step up. Now, I will say just quickly, I do think and this could be another episode. Partly part of their DNA, how they were brought up, but I am also like a big proponent of you are an adult, you get to make your own choices, and you get to decide how you want to be. So while, yes, there may be things that you were raised by or you feel is ingrained into you, but you fully get to decide how you want to live your life.
100%. And I know it's possible because
Oh, yeah.
I work with, there's like a couple men that I work with, and I just admire them because they're like step in step with their wives in
Mm.
all things. I mean, they could be feeding me full of shit. I don't know, but they seem like they they get it. Like, they block off time on their calendars to help their wives get the kids to school and take care of them at night. And so I know it is not all men. So I don't want a bunch of men coming for us,
Right.
but it is the majority. Like,
So if you feel triggered,
yeah, if you feel
then
triggered,
maybe
then you probably need to take a step back, bro, and, like, really do some inner work. Just saying, like,
right.
and it's not a bad thing, like, all people, even if you are, like, the healthiest of healthy, like, self-reflection is not a bad thing. Like, I want to be the best human I can possibly be for myself, for my kids, and for my partner. So, it's definitely not a bad thing, and I think more people should do it. I think more men really need to do it, and yeah, we would hopefully the human race will stick around a little longer if we get more of that.
Right?
Just saying.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. That's just my thoughts for today. But
Good stuff. All right. Well, be sure to follow us, subscribe to our podcast so you can check out more episodes as we get those released. Thank you for
yes,
joining us. Emotionally Evicted.
thank you.
You've been listening to Emotionally Evicted. Thank you for being here. For more resources, stories, and ways to reclaim your life, head over to shereclaims.com and check out other episodes on emotionallyevicted.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts.